Hey guys, it's Jenny Silver, and today I want to talk to those of you California EDD unemployment claimants with an updated video on some of the major issues and questions that we are seeing surrounding California EDD unemployment benefits this week. 2.2 million California unemployment claimants saw the end of their benefits on September 6th, with their last week to certify for those benefits, claim week ending September 4th. For those of you that qualified to receive the one remaining week of FedEd extension, which expired after claim week ending September 11th, you would have received this message. Now, this message confused many of you because unfortunately the EDD states up to 20 weeks here. Unfortunately, FedEd has ended September 11th, which means that if you saw just 1 week to certify for claim week ending September 11th, and you are wondering why you cannot certify for any additional weeks, that's because the extension that you were moved to has now ended. For those of you that need a thorough explanation of which programs ended, why and when they ended, and what your next step is for your claim, I want you to click the link in the video description down below where I have a very detailed and thorough video where I walk through each type of claim and what your next steps are. Next, last week, Representative AOC introduced into the House of Representatives a bill proposing to extend pandemic unemployment benefits. The bill text states that all federal level pandemic unemployment provisions, PEUC, PUA, $300 boost, as well as several other programs, is proposed to be extended until February 1st, 2022. Because this strikes the end date of the pandemic-related unemployment benefits and amends the end date to February 2nd, the lapse in benefits from September 4th and onwards, during which point in time you were not paid, would be paid out retroactively if this were to pass. The idea of extending federal pandemic unemployment benefits has been met with lots of opposition amongst Congress, but the bill is co-signed by 12 additional Democratic representatives. On September 16th, Congresswoman Bush and Ocasio-Cortez sent over a letter which was backed by additional congressional support. The letter urges Congress to include this unemployment extension bill in the upcoming $3.5 trillion infrastructure bill. Now, while I want to update you on the progress of this, I do not want to mislead you into believing that an unemployment extension is likely. While it could happen and progress could be made, and we are seeing more supporters for this, I want you to have realistic expectations with how this will be received and how it will move forward in Congress. Next, many of you may have already reached the end of your benefit year previously and were required to file a new claim. For those of you that were awarded a new claim, but you did not start collecting on that new claim yet, since it was a smaller weekly benefit award amount, the EDD deferred that new claim, set it aside for you to collect on later, and continued paying you out the remainder of the PEUC extension. Now that that extension has come to an end, the EDD has stated that they will automatically migrate you over to your deferred claim, which you previously qualified for automatically. Now, many of you are reporting that you are starting to see a reopen claim button on your UI Online dashboard. I emailed my contact at the EDD Media Department, and while the EDD previously had stated that they would reopen your deferred claim automatically, the EDD has confirmed that yes, you should click the reopen claim button if you are awaiting a deferred claim. So for those of you that are anticipating a DNCP, a deferred new claim to be activated, click the reopen claim button if you see it appear on your UI dashboard. Next, let's talk about those of you who are still stuck in pending. Many of you are still seeing pending certifications. If you are pending on a brand new claim, because many of you have recently filed a new claim, please know that you will be pending for the first up to 3 weeks of a new claim while you're in UISD review. This is the point in time when a new claim has additional fraud checks performed on it, and calling into customer service is not something that will get you out of pending, unfortunately. Additionally, you will not be eligible for conditional payments. However, for those of you who are stuck in pending on a claim that has been paid out previously and you are pending for over 2 weeks, the EDD has until September 30th to issue you conditional payment, as was required in the class action settlement agreement. The EDD should finish processing these by September 30th. However, I do still advise calling However, I do still advise contacting your assembly member in order to speed up the process. Next, for those of you that need additional help because your unemployment benefits have come to an end, I want to share with you a list of resources where you can access rental aid, food aid, utility aid, and a variety of different programs. Please click the link in the video description down below. Next, for those of you who return to work, I want to remind you that you do not need to take any action with your claim. You simply will just stop certifying. Lastly, I'm going to walk you through what the next step is for each type of claim. This information is present in its own standalone video, but because I know I'm going to get lots of these questions in the video description down below, I'm going to go ahead and put it in this video as well. First, everyone must determine your claim type. Even if you believe that you know what type of claim you have, please double check this, as oftentimes claimants do make mistakes and actually believe that they have one type of claim when in fact they have another. In order to check your claim type, you're going to go to UI Online and click the History tab at the top. Next, you will click on the most recent paid transaction over on the right-hand side. Your type of claim will be listed here underneath the program type. EDD recently added a feature called the Claim Status Tracker. However, please do not use this tracker in order to decide what type of claim you have, because the EDD's tracker is currently malfunctioning and is showing wrong information for many claimants. If your claim type was noted as UI, that means that you are on regular state unemployment benefits. If you are noted as PEUC, you're in the first phase of the PEUC extension for a regular UI claim. If you are noted as Tier 2, then you're in the second phase of the PEUC extension. If you're noted as Tier 2 augmentation, you are in the third phase of the PEUC extension. If you're noted as Fed Ed, then you are on a Fed Ed extension of a regular UI claim. And if you are noted as disaster assistance, as long as you are not actually in a location affected by a natural disaster such as wildfire, disaster assistance is going to mean that you are a PUA claim. Next, you're going to need to know when your benefit year end date occurs. Your benefit year ends 12 months after your claim's start date if you are UI, PEUC, or Fed Ed. In order to locate your claim start date to determine your benefit year end date, you will log into UI Online. Scroll down the page to the claim summary area. Here you will be able to see your benefit year start date. Count 12 months out after that start date, and that is the end of your benefit year. For those of you collecting UI, you are on regular state unemployment benefits, and these continue as usual. Your claim balance will last you a duration of 26 weeks. You will continue to certify on a UI claim until your balance equals $0 and you see a maximum benefits paid message, or until your benefit year has ended. If your benefit year has ended, the next step will be for you to file a new claim if you qualify. If your claim has reached a $0 balance maximum benefits paid, but you are still within your benefit year and your year has not yet expired, no extensions are available at this time, as all extensions have expired. Therefore, there are no more benefits for your claim until your benefit year ends. Your next step is to wait until your benefit year ends. Once your benefit year has ended, then you will be able to file a new claim if you qualify. In order to know if you qualify for a new claim, I want you to watch the video that will pop up in the upper right-hand corner of the screen and is also linked in the video description down below. In this video, I walk through all of the qualifications in detail. For those of you who have a PEUC Tier 2 or Tier 2 augmentation claim, the PEUC extension has ended September 6th as per federal legislation. This means that the last payable week for these benefits was claim week ending September 4th. After September 4th, PEUC Tier 2 and Tier 2 augmentation can no longer be collected. What if your claim has a remaining balance? Because this program has ended, you can no longer collect your remaining balance in any way. This is why many of you are seeing a maximum benefits paid message on your claim on UI Online despite having a balance. Because the program has ended, you will not be able to collect this. If you are on this type of claim, has your benefit year ended? Is it 12 months after your claim's original start date? If no, and you are still within your benefit year and your benefit year has not ended, then no more benefits are available to you until your year ends. Next, you must wait for your benefit year to expire. Once your benefit year has expired, then you will be able to file a new claim if you qualify. If you are unsure if you qualify to receive a new claim, please click the link in the video description down below or the top right-hand side of the screen where I go into the qualifications in detail. If you're collecting a FedEd extension, FedEd extensions ended September 11th. The last payable week to collect on a FedEd extension was claim week ending September 11th. This week would not have the $300 boost included in it since that ended September 4th. For those of you who were awarded a FedEd extension, the EDD would have sent you a balance increase and a text stating that you would receive up to 20 weeks worth of FedEd extension. Unfortunately, the EDD did not update their system to account for the fact that FedEd ends after September 11th. Despite the increase in your balance and despite the text notification stating 20 weeks, FedEd ends September 11th. No additional weeks of FedEd will be able to be certified for after September 11th. For those of you that qualify to receive this last week of FedEd but have not yet been awarded that week, the EDD continues to push through those extensions to claimants. Please anticipate up to 2 weeks while the EDD completes the process. If you are seeing a maximum benefits paid message in your FedEd claim, that is because no benefits are payable after claim week ending September 11th, regardless of your balance, since the program has ended. Once you have collected the last remaining week of the FedEd extension, has your benefit year ended? This can be determined by counting 12 months out after your claim starts. If no, and you are still within your benefit year and your benefit year has not ended, unfortunately, no more benefits are available until your year ends. If your benefit year has ended and you qualify, you may qualify for a brand new regular UI claim, and you can file a new claim if you qualify. If you aren't sure if you meet the qualifications for a new regular unemployment claim, click the link in the video description down below as well as in the upper right hand corner where I go into those qualifications. If you are collecting PUA, PUA has ended as of September 6th as per federal legislation. The last payable week was claim week ending September 4th. Many of you may still have a remaining balance on your PUA claim. If you have a remaining balance, are you able to collect this? The answer here is no. Because the program has ended, you cannot collect your remaining balance. Weeks after September 4th are no longer payable under PUA claims. For those of you who are seeing a maximum benefits paid message but you see a remaining claim balance, this is because the PUA program has ended. If you are awaiting pending weeks, if you are awaiting backdated weeks, or if you're awaiting certifications from weeks before September 4th, all of those payments are still eligible to be paid out to you because they are within the program dates. Any weeks after September 4th, however, will not be paid because the program has come to an end. So are you able to file a new claim once your PUA has come to an end? Have you earned enough employee wages in the last year in order to qualify for a new regular unemployment claim? If you have not earned enough employee wages in the last year, then no, you would not be able to qualify for a new claim. PUA as a program has ended, and the only available benefits right now are regular state unemployment benefits, which are based on employee wages. Self-employment income does not count as employee wages. If you have earned employee wages within the last year, then you may qualify for a new regular unemployment claim. In order to see if you qualify for a new regular unemployment claim, click the video linked in the description down below, as well as popping up in the right-hand corner, which goes through the qualifications needed in order to receive a new regular unemployment claim. Many of you collecting on UI, PEUC, or Fed Ed claims may have already filed a new claim when you reach the end of your benefit year previously. When you were previously awarded a brand new claim, did you continue to collect on PEUC despite being awarded a new claim? For those of you that received a new weekly benefit award amount on a brand new claim while PEUC was still active, if it was for a certain amount, you may have had your claim deferred. The Deferred New Claim Program meant that because your weekly benefit award amount was $25 less or even smaller than your old claim, that the EDD set aside your new claim and allowed you to continue to collect the remaining weeks of the PEUC extension. For those who had their new claim deferred, they would have received this award letter. Now that PEUC has ended, EDD will automatically apply your deferred claim to your account. You will receive 26 weeks of UI benefits. There is currently no extension when these 26 weeks expire. Many of you are wondering, can you apply for the Deferred New Claim Program, otherwise known as DNCP? The answer here is that no, this is not a program to apply for. DNCP means that a claimant reached the end of their benefit year and they already previously filed a new claim. Because the new claim was a low weekly benefit award amount and PEUC was active at the time of filing, their new claim was put on hold while they collected the remainder of the PEUC extension. Many of you are wondering what to do if you are still stuck in pending. For those of you with pending certifications on a brand new unemployment claim, allow up to 3 weeks for additional fraud checks to be performed. You will not be eligible to receive conditional payments, and contacting EDD or your assembly member will not be able to speed up this process. For those of you who are stuck with pending certifications on a claim that has already received one or more payments previously, first check the claim status tracker. The claim status tracker has been malfunctioning on many claims, but for those of you with a pending status, it's worth checking because it may tell you the reason why you are pending. For those of you stuck in pending, you can wait until September 30th for the EDD to pay you out a conditional payment, which is what is required by September 30th from a class action settlement with the California EDD. The EDD will issue those pending certifications as paid, and then they will go on to later contact you for an interview or collect whatever documentation is needed in order to actually clear your claim of the pending status. If you do not want to wait until September 30th, then call EDD or contact your assembly member to get the pending push to paid faster. Many of you who are seeing a pending status are wondering if you will be paid for pending weeks now that the programs have ended. The answer here is yes. As long as you are eligible to receive those payments, then you are still entitled to receive payments for weeks before your program has ended. Many of you who are awaiting a backdating request are wondering if you will be paid for backdated weeks now that programs have ended, if you are still awaiting on either approval or certifications. The answer is yes, if you are eligible. For those of you that need to request the start date of your claim to be backdated, because it did not accurately reflect the date at which you were first unemployed due to the pandemic, If you have already submitted your backdating request and it is approved and you are eligible, then yes, once the EDD processes your request and issues you your certifications, you will still be eligible to receive those backdated payments. For those of you who are not able to contact the EDD, I want to encourage you to do the following things. Number one would be to attempt using the 134 phone trick. This phone trick is linked in the video description down below. Please click on the link and you will be able to watch a video demonstrating how to do this. Next, if you are willing to pay a third-party service in order to redial the EDD for you, then Claimer is the best service to do this because they do protect you from dropped calls if your call is disconnected. If you decide that using Claimer is a good fit for you, you can use my link in the video description down below to save $5 on your first call. And lastly, but very importantly, is to contact your assembly member. If you're not able to reach the EDD, the assembly members have been extremely helpful in acting as a... Okay, you guys, I hope that was helpful. Please click like, subscribe, and leave me a comment down below. For those of you that were on a PEUC or UI claim, you may now have been migrated over to receive the one remaining week of Fed Ed extension. So